Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to solve question number 9 on page 124 in our section 2.7. So let's read it. Use the given paragraph proof to write a two-column proof. So here they have given us a one type of proving system. So we have to make a two-column proof where we have our statements and our reasons. So let's see what we have to do now. They have given us that angle 1 is congruent to angle 4. You can see in the diagram here if you want some extra help how to understand it. And after we solve our different steps using our paragraph proof, we have to prove that angle 2 and angle 3 are supplementary. So let's first write the given, which is angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, and the reason here is nothing, just our given, because that's the given statement. Now for the second step, let's read it. Angle 4 and angle 3 form a linear pair, so they are supplementary by the linear pair theorem. Therefore, measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180 degree. This does not lead to our given part. So you have to make sure that even if they have given us the second step in the paragraph proof, it's not necessarily that we have to have the same step in our two-column proof. It can be different. So let's continue reading. Also, angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles, so angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 by the vertical angles theorem. This will be our second step. So here we write angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and the reason here we have is the vertical angle theorem. We are done with the second step. Now let's move on with the third. It is given that angle 1 is congruent to angle 4 with our given. So by the transitive property of congruence, angle 4 is congruent to angle 2, and so we can write it here now as our third step, which is angle 4 is congruent to angle 2, and the reason, transitive property, not equality, it will be a congruence because we are writing they are congruent. So of congruence, we know about the transitive property where we write if angle A is congruent to angle B, B is congruent to C, and then we have angle A is congruent to C. So here we can have angle 1 congruent to angle 2, 2 is congruent to 4, and hence we have angle 1 congruent to angle 4. We are done with the third. Let's move on with the fourth step. Then they have given by and then by the definition of congruent angles, measure of angle 4 is equal to measure of angle 2. Yes, this will be our fourth step because you have to change this congruent sign to an equal sign. So measure of angle 4 is equal to measure of angle 2, and this is going to be by the definition of congruent angles. We are done with the fourth. Now let's see what is our fifth step. By substitution, measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 equals 180. This does not say anything about what we have written before. So let's read again what they have mentioned before here. Angle 4 and angle 3 form a linear pair. This will be our fifth step. You can see angle 4 and angle 3 form a linear pair. So we have to prove this. Angle 4 and angle 3 are supplementary angles. And the reason we'll write here is by the linear pair theorem. So now we are done. When we say they are supplementary, we have to keep in mind that when these two angles add up, they are going to give us 180 degree. They have mentioned here a measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 3 will give us 180. So we have to write that now. Measure of angle 4 plus measure of angle 3 is equal to 180 degree, and we get this by the definition of supplementary angles. You can see how the step 5 statement matches with the step 6 reason. You can see here. Now let's move on with the seventh. Now we are done with all these different parts. We have mentioned the linear pair theorem, then we have mentioned about the definition of supplementary angles. All this part up till here we have finished now. Now we have to see about this. By substitution, measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180. This is going to be our seventh, where we write measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 will give us 180 degrees, and that's by the substitution property of the equality, and we have got this answer, like this statement, from step number 3. So we also have to mention that from where did we get, because we have mentioned in step 3 angle 4 is congruent to angle 2, and so we have written measure of angle 2 is plus measure of angle 3 is 180. So we are done with this. Now they have mentioned, so angle 2 and angle 3 are supplementary by the definition of supplementary angle. So this is their proving. Now again we have to prove the same here in our 2-column proof. So the last step, the 8th step, where we write our conclusion or the proof is angle 2 and angle 3 are supplementary, and the reason we write here is by the definition of supplementary angles. This statement in step number 7, we can see how they are connected. So this is how we are going to write. We can see here all the steps given in our paragraph proof are not the same what we have done in our 2-column proof. They are totally different. If they are given this is at the second step, our second step is vertical angle theorem. So you can see you have to read it very carefully and then fill out and connect each and every step to each other, so it will be logical. So with this we have done with solving question number 9, and I hope it was helpful, and see you soon.